Namaste, Uma.
Namaste, Lakshmi ji. How are you?
Namaste, everyone.
Namaste,
Namaste.
Kumar ji. Namaste.
Do I look different, Uma?
No. Why? Why are you asking, Kumar ji?
You know the answer.
That way, yeah. I was talking about the outer appearance.
I asked that questions because we are going to do certain sutras based on that.
Oh, okay.
That's why I asked.
Wow.
Okay, 6 a.m. So let's start with 3 ohms. Please take a deep breath. Namaste, everyone. Is Kranti here?
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste, Meena. Namaste.
Namaste, Meena. Namaste, Ka. Namaste, everyone.
Looks like Kranti is not here. All right. Okay. We share the sutra screen. Okay, we stopped at Sutra 10.
No, 9.
9?
He stopped at 9.
Okay. All right. So, we started Kaivalya Pada. With the understanding, with the first sutra, saying how we get these siddhis. So we saw that the siddhis come from birth. By birth it comes. It could come from psychedelic drugs. It could come from mantra, by chanting mantras, by the vibrations, tapa, or from samadhi. When you are approaching that state of samadhi, or when you are in the state of samadhi, some siddhis may come to us. Tapas meaning purification of the nadis. It can happen. Yeah, we know all that. So this is how the siddhis come. And we saw that the very first creation, Prakriti, comes from the Sattva Purusha. And the only reason Prakriti is there is to do whatever the Sattva Purusha has designed it to do. Right? And Prakriti does all this with a sense of detachment. It has no any particular intention, just like a farmer, it lets the cosmic flow flow through flow through all of us, meaning it is launching various chittas based on that. So that's all it does. Just like the farmer lets the water go into the paddy fields or whatever fields it is by cutting off the embankment. That's with no other intention, just to let the water flow, just to let the cosmic flow, cosmic energy flow. Prakriti does that. We also saw that the Sattva Purusha, the entire creation is based on him wanting to experience all these things. So it is like this Sattva Purusha, it is like the unmanifest divine went and stood in front of the mirror and he said, hey, I want to experience all this. So that I experience, so he had to drop one notch to get into that I experience, or the Asmita, to launch Prakriti. And from there, Prakriti has done all these things because the Prakriti knows what is the intention of the Sattva Purusha. So that's what we saw all that. And we also saw from Prakriti comes the various chittas, the different chittas. And each chitta is there because each chitta has its own activations. And these are all necessary. Why, are you hearing me all right?
Yes. I hear you, but some disturbance in the
The
screen.
camera is flickering, video's flickering. Now it's okay.
Now it's okay?
No, it's still flickering.
No,
it's still the videos.
I don't know why. Suddenly it started. Let me shut off the video for a second. And then they're okay now.
Yes, good.
So this is that one chitta becomes many chittas. I don't know why, something wrong with the camera. I'm going to shut off the camera for now. Okay. So the one chitta becomes many chittas because each chitta that it launches has a different kind of activation that is necessary for the cosmic flow. That's what we saw. And because of these activations, to quieten down, that's what we are struggling with. And we know the only way to quieten down and calm down the activation is through dhyana. So that's all we saw. And then we saw that for yogis, the karma is neither black nor white. For all others, it is trividam, three types. It is black, white, or gray. We saw all that. And from that, we saw that all these vasanas, all these leanings come to us. And we also saw that the jati, desha, kala is the situation of birth, place of birth, and time of birth, they're all separated because of the necessity of the cosmic flow of things, and all the programs that happen because of our various births. It's look as if they are all Ekarupatvat. It seems like it is remembering everything. Basically, he's saying that Chitta, when it leaves the body, is carrying all this, coming back, and again, whatever it accumulates during that birth, it takes it back. So that's what he says in Sutra 9. So it assuming, understanding the Chitta as an identifier. So all of that. Now we'll move on to Sutra 10. Tasam anaditvam cha ashisho nityatvat. So tasam, all of that. What is all of that? Here, what does all of that mean? All of that is that karma kleshas. All the karma kleshas, what do they do? It seems like it is unending, right? The karma kleshas seem to be unending, indefinite, unending. And what is unending in them? It is, they are sitting there indefinitely, ashisho, with expectations. That is how we are, right? We always have all kinds of expectations. We can never accept others as they are. Constantly we have expectations. Those are coming from those karma kleshas, and that is how the activations take place. So there's so much of expectation. So that's what he says. Those are sitting there with expectation to launch itself and do something. Eternally, nityatvat means eternally it is sitting there. Nityam, right? Nityam means eternal. Nityatvat, eternal. Is this clear?
Yes.
So we'll move on to Sutra 411.
Can you scroll down the
Yeah,
sutras?
that's what I'm doing right now. So where from all these come this expectations with no known beginning? They are all sitting with the expectations to express themselves eternally, right? Where do all this come from? That's what we are going to see. What is the cause of all this? So the cause, hetu. Hetu means cause. Hetu phalashraya alambanaihi sangrahitatvat esham abhave tad abhavaha. So hetu, the cause, phalashraya, fruitioning, supported by the fruitioning that is supported. Alambanaihi means, alambanaihi, we saw this earlier too. Alambanaihi means resting on. So all these karma kleshas, what is it they are doing? They are expecting something. They are expecting phala. Phala means expectation, right? Phala, some fruits of whatever we do. If I give a gift to my sister, if I buy a nice sari and give it to my sister, then I always have an expectation underneath that. What is that expectation? What is that in return she will do? Not today, maybe, tomorrow, day after, next month. Everything that we do, there is an expectation. That's what he's saying. the Phalashraya, supported, resting on. This is all resting on that. This all this expectation, everything is resting on that. Sangrahitatvat. All these things, all these expectations, everything accumulated together. Sangrahitatvat means sangrahitatvat. Sorry, sangrahitatvat. Grahita means absorbing or holding on. All accumulated together. Sangrahitatvat, all accumulated together. And all these programs, Esham, Abhave. Abhave means not being there. Tad Abhavaha. So let's come to Tad Abhavaha later on. So all of these, if we understand that all of these are sitting there with expectation, then all these karmas will slowly disappear. Tad abhavaha. Abhavat means goes away. Tad abhavaha. All these karmas will go away. Understanding that everything is sitting there with expectations. The moment you understand this karma kleshas cause expectations, and you ponder on that, that's what's the underlying meaning. All these things will go away. What everything will go away? All these expectations will fall off. Right? With me, people?
Yes, yes,
Did you say yes?
yes, yes.
Once again,
Yes.
one more time.
See, the cause of this is the cause of what? The cause of expectation. The cause of all these things sitting eternally. What is sitting eternally? We are the one, all this identified, the chitta is sitting there eternally, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It is in the body and then it leaves the body and sits there. It comes into the body, goes back. So it is sitting there eternally. Why is it sitting eternally? Because of expectations. Phalashraya. The fruitioning of these expectations and resting on that expectations. So if we understand, so we are looking for some outcome, phala, in every activity. The process of creation is driven because of this. And resting on the formation of karma, and the karmas are supported by the behavior of seeking outcome. See, when we were launched with avidya, everything, and then when after the launch, we acquired karma, and this karma after death makes us to come back again. So the karmas are supported by the seeking of phala, right? In every activity, we are seeking phala. So the meaning of sangrahitatvat, the karmas that are accumulated, the accumulated karmas are the cause of all that is described in the sutras 4.9 and 4.10, the earlier two sutras. So in other words, the karmas have formed, the vasanas have formed. We saw all the two types of vasanas last week, right? How the vasanas come in. The two types of vasanas we saw. One vasana which comes from the very first birth, the leaning, which is given to us by Prakriti. And the second vasana based on the circumstances of living. So the karmas have formed, the vasanas have formed. These are from the previous sutras. And it is all sitting there because of the expectations that are created. So the biggest problem for us is expectation in every activity that we do, in every relationship, in everything that we speak. I expected you to do this. You didn't do that. I expected you to behave like this, but you didn't behave like that. You're understanding, Meena?
Yes.
Now you have to apply all this to your life. how expectations demolish us, how it causes pain and suffering. All that you must see. With me, Uma? You understand this clearly?
Yes, Kumarji. Yes.
I'm not calling out everyone because it doesn't mean that they don't have expectations. So, all of us have
Abhave means all this.
Abhave and Abhavaha are both same. Not Abhave,
Abhave.
Hasta, Haste, in,
First.
not there.
Okay. Sure.
So, understanding these expectations are the cause of all different problems for us. And they are sitting there to execute these expectations caused by the karmas and kleshas. Understanding this will lead us away from this karma kleshas. The more we move away from these expectations, the karma kleshas also start falling off from us. That's the meaning of all this. So each one of you must look at your relationships and see how you have these expectations, how you cannot accept that A is saying something to us because of their activation. And then we take this and give it to and ask somebody else, why are you doing this? This is coming from our activation. And then they say something because of their activation. With me?
Yes.
Yes.
I told you somebody came to my house and brought a bag of gossip. Why did they bring a bag of gossip?
Because of their activation.
Because of their activation. Why are they having activations?
Because of their kleshas, avidya.
Because of not just avidya, kleshas. You said correctly. Kleshas.
Yeah, raga, dvesha.
All that. Asmita.
Abhinivesha.
Abhinivesha. Avidya, asmita, raga, desha, abhinivesha. So this big bag of kleshas is what triggers
the activation.
the vrittis. So that lady came here with a bag of gossip and she started saying all this. It's because of her activations. So if we are very careful, we can see those activations, and it may be rude for us to tell her, stop saying all this. Right? So listen to it here and there and quickly get the person to leave the house. Instead of, if she says, oh, you know what, that X did this, and then we say, oh, really? What else did she do? Instead of asking that question, that is coming from our activation. If you show disinterest in what she's saying, she or he, doesn't matter. If we show disinterest in that, what will happen? That person will shut up. It can be anybody. It can be our own siblings. It can be our own. It can be our children who are bringing gossip. It can be our grandchildren who are bringing gossip. It can be our close friends. It can be our spouse. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. I'm having problems again. Stop for a second. So that's what we have to see in this. When somebody brings gossip home, it is coming from their activations. When we show interest, it is because of our activations. And then we take this and project it on somebody else. It's based on our activations again. And then that somebody else has to react to whatever we say, right? So they will say from their activations. So see all this. And you must apply all this to your life. Otherwise, all these things have no meaning.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So we'll move on to Sutra 12. Atita anagatam swarupatah asti advabedat dharmanam. Atita means past. Anagatam means future. Swarupatah means presenting itself. Asti means it is there, present. Not the present meaning, I'm not talking about the time, I'm saying it is there, present. Advabedat means separated conditionally. Dharmanam. So what we are saying here, the past and the future exists in their own form. Swarupatah, swarupatah exists in their own form. How do they exist? The past and future of this chitta. Everything is based on the chitta, right? The past and future of this chitta, it is existing because when we leave this body, it is still existing. All these things, all these karma kleshas are all existing. And they're existing in a form. And advabhedat means separated conditionally. So this chitta, what happens to the chitta? It is not, it is now and then based on the requirement of the cosmic flow. It presents itself here, correct? We are reborn based on the necessity of the cosmic flow. So that is what is Adva Veda. Dharmanam. Dharmanam is the requirement of the cosmic flow. Cosmic flow is the Dharmanam. Based on the Dharma, based on the cosmic flow, Adva Veda, they are all separated conditionally. All this past and future are all separated conditionally. They are separated based on the requirement of the cosmic flow. With me?
Yes.
Okay.
What is Dharmanam here?
Dharmana means the cosmic flow. Cosmic flow is one of dharma. That which is needed at any point of time. So that is the dharma. Te, move on to Sutra 13. Te vyakta sukshma guna atmanah. Te means all these, they means all this. What are all this? The karma kleshas, all that, on all these chittas. Te vyakta. Vyakta means express themselves. Express. Sukshma guna atmanah. So we'll see what this is all about. So how do the karma kleshas express themselves? Te means the karma kleshas, right? Te means the karma kleshas. We are only talking about the karma kleshas. Te, karma kleshas. How do the karma kleshas express themselves? In the form of how energy flows through you. right? Karma kleshas express themselves in the form of energy that flows through you. Energy, how does it flow through us? The energy, it flows through us as vibrations, right? It flows through us as vibrations, which is what we call as gunas. So in the form of how energy flows through us, it expresses itself in a subtle way. Sukshma is in a subtle way, and they are in the core of the, when we say Atmanaha. Atmanaha means they are in the core of us. The core, in the core of us. And guna is vibrations. In the core of us, they are all there. And the karma kleshas express themselves in the core of us through the vibrations.
Patience.
Okay. Parinama ekatvat vastu tattvam. So the result of all this, parinama means the result. The parinama, the result is, it is as if it is one with the nature of matter. In other words, anything may happen to us, but we think of that as physical. Okay. Say like I am bald, like I become bald. Hair becomes gray after a certain age. A pimple may come on the face when you are in the teenage or at any age for that matter. So all these things, we think it is physical, right? We are thinking all these things are physical because we see it in the physical form. But actually, these are happening because of activations, because how the energy is flowing or the vibrations are flowing in the body. Because of those gunas, these things express themselves outside. They express physically, but the real thing, the trigger comes from inside. That is the tattvam. At the end, he says vastu tattvam. Tattvam means philosophy. So the result is one. The result is it's the same thing. The matter is one, but it is expressing itself in different ways. That's what he's trying to say here.
What is Vastu?
Vastu means matter. So we have to understand, what we have to understand is the flow of programs. All these karma kleshas are all flowing through us, right? The flow of programs through the gunas, which are the vibrations, manifest in the physical domain. Yes? No?
Yes.
What is the physical domain? One of the things that, like the example that we took. So the activity, it is all flowing. The programs, the karma kleshas are flowing. It is causing, the energy is flowing. It is causing an activation, and that activation brings out as a speech. It brings it out, and that speech comes out as a gossip. See, I went to Uma's house, let us say. I went there, I sat there with her for half an hour, I came back. I went there, and then maybe I had an expectation that she will give me coffee or tea, offer me coffee or tea. But she did not offer me coffee or tea. Okay. So I came back. And on the way, I met my sister Meena. So I stopped her out and I said, Kumar, Meena, can you give me a cup of coffee? She says, oh, it's already 5:30 in the evening. You have not had coffee? I said, no. I went to Uma's house. I had some work there. And I thought that she would give me coffee, but she did not. So this is the gossip. You understand? I don't have to teach you about gossip. So I'm taking this example because this is happening in our day-to-day life 100 times a day. If not in speech, it is happening in thought also.
Oh, yeah.
And that is why I'm rubbing it in so that you see it. Only when you stop these things, there will be an evolution. There will be transformation. As long as you stay in this, it will continue. Somewhere you have to stop, cut off all these activations, right?
How do we stop what we are thinking internally? Like gossip, you said, we talk about others out, like openly.
Mhm.
If we can easily cut that off, like not gossip. But sometimes automatically we think something, it comes to our mind. If somebody comes, then we just think something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to become aware of that. You have to slowly become aware of that these thoughts are coming to me. You have to become slowly aware of that. The more aware you become, slowly those things will stop. See, we always justify what we are thinking, saying that what I'm thinking is correct about X or Y or Z, whatever. But it is always colored with our own karma kleshas. It is whatever we are thinking is all colored. So unless our karma kleshas fall off and our nadis purify and we attain that kind of a purity, until then the thoughts are all colored. It is all judged. It is all based on our own judgment. We have set a bunch of rules in our head, and everything has to follow, and everything has to obey those rules. Right?
Right.
See, if an American comes to your house and he wants coffee, he'll say, "Oh, where is your coffee machine? I'll take a cup of coffee." Right?
Right.
Whereas an Indian who comes will not. He'll keep quiet. Though he wants coffee, you have to ask, "What would you like to have?" Yes.
Expectation.
So what I'm saying is the rules inside our head are different based on how we are brought up, based on where you are born, in which country you live, and all that. It's not the same everywhere.
Correct.
And in this country, you can always say, "Oh," or they will say, "Where is your fridge? I'll grab a drink." Right? The such things don't happen in India. Maybe these days it happens. When we were growing up, those were not there. So somebody has to bring it to you, right?
Right.
Here, that because of the dignity of labor, everyone understands. So they say, "Oh, I'll go get a drink." Okay.
Okay.
Shall we move on? Do you
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
So you're saying this vastu, this matter is the same. This matter, the matter is the same. That's what you said. The result is, it is as if one with the nature of matter. That's what you saw. Parinama ekatvat vastu tattvam. It is as if the result appears the same in the material principle. What he is also saying is, the software, I load Microsoft Word in my computer. I load Microsoft Word in your computer, Mina's computer, in my sister's computer, in Miraj's computer, everywhere. Does the functionality change? No, it does not. Right? It does not. But it changes only after we make alterations. We can tailor the Microsoft Word to suit our needs. So let's not go there. So it does not change based on where we are loading the software. WhatsApp is WhatsApp, whether it's on your cell phone or my cell phone. Right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. In the 13th, in Sutra number 13, we said that te vyakta sukshma guna atmanaha. It is in the core. All these things, all these, what is all this? The karma
Kleshas.
Yeah, they are all in the core. So the karma kleshas are all programs, right?
Correct.
So can you see a software? Can you see the software? Akka, can you see the software?
No.
Can you see the hardware?
Yes.
So in your computer, your laptop, your iPad is the hardware. But can you see the software, the WhatsApp or Zoom or whatever? You can see the icon. That's a different thing. Can you see the bunch of programs that make it work? You cannot see that, right?
No.
So that is
Yes.
the sukshma. That is the sukshma. That is subtle. So the hardware is this. The software is all those bunch of karma klesha programs, and it is subtle. You cannot see it. Okay?
Yes.
But it is all right. It is all the software, whichever hardware you take, the hardware could be different, but the matter with which the hardware is made is all the same. No different. How? So that's what he's explaining in the next sutra. Vastu samye chitta bhedat tayoho vibhaktaha pantaha. Vastu samye chitta bhedat tayoho vibhaktaha pantaha. Okay. Vastu samye.
Can you scroll down, Kumarji, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So vastu means material or base particle, whatever, matter. Vastu samye. Samye means equal, meaning matter being the same in everything. Chitta beda, the different chittas are the ones that are making it look different. That's what he's saying. So how do we see this? There's a large amount of clay. The potter takes a handful of clay and makes it into a kind of a cup kind of a form, okay, a glass kind of a form. And then he takes more clay and makes it into a small pot. Right? He makes it into a small pot. Then he takes some more clay and makes it into a vase, a flower vase kind of shape. So the material is the same. It was the same clay, but they are all having final product. If you look at it and after he has baked, they look different. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
So what is actually making it look different is the chitta. The chitta is making the hardware look different. I mean, the material look different. But all of them have come from the same material. So this is a very simple expression of Vastu Samye Chitta Bheda. Okay, very simple way we are talking about. He's also saying, in other words, Patanjali is saying the matter in every object is in the universe is the same. It is really the program that manifests in it is different. Okay. Okay. Let me give you. Okay. So, so what we have to understand here is Pantaha means perceptions. Pantaha means perception. Vibhaktaha means separation. Tayoho means there. Their, there. Although it looks different, although it all looks like different, because of we think everybody is looking different because of our, that is what it's saying. Vibhakta Pantaha, perceptions. Because based on our perceptions, we look at the pot, we look at the cup, we look at this, it's all different, we say, right? But
Yes.
actually they all come from the same matter. The matter is the same, the material is the same. Similarly, in a bigger aspect, in a bigger picture, if you go 10,000 feet above and look at it, in the cosmic nature of things, all the matter is the same. It is the chitta that makes it different. That is what he's saying is a stone is coming from the same matter. A stone comes from the same matter. We come from the same matter because we are all coming from the same matter of the universe. With me?
Yes.
It is the chitta and the chaitanya, actually forget about the chaitanya part. The chitta that makes these objects look different. Why do I have a particular height, a particular voice, a particular type of hair, maybe slightly brown skin? Why am I having this? And another person is having a very, very fair skin, little short or well built or whatever. Why is that? We are all coming from the same material. Why did I become like this? Is because based on my mother's chitta, I was born, correct? Right?
Yes.
Yes.
So my mother's chitta made me, as a child, made me different. And then I grew up from there with all these activations. There are so many changes that happened to me based on my chitta. Every pimple that comes in the face is from that activation inside. Meena, understand? Every pimple, every gray hair, every wrinkle. This is what I told you. Somebody, maybe I told you in the class that why did I start growing a beard? Did I not tell you?
Yes,
No.
told
No.
us.
No.
I
Yes, he
told in the
told.
class. Hmm?
Yes, you told in the class.
Yes. Uma is nodding. Uma is not nodding. You are not there in that class. So,
Probably
okay.
not. Yeah.
See, I had this issue of rosacea. It's called rosacea. Slight bumps will come after I shave. This is happening in the last 2 years. So I went to a dermatologist and all that. And they could not figure out I mean, he gave me some cream and things like that. I apply it, it will go. Next time I shave, it will come back again. Things of that nature. I tried this for over 2 years. And finally, one day I got this realization. Why am I doing this? Let me grow a beard. After that, all problems gone.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So that rosacea,
Mhm.
that bumps on the face, is coming from activation. Some activation is taking place and is showing up on the face. So as long as you think it is only a physical thing or a chemical thing or a medical thing, you will go and buy things and put it on and try it. So now it is gone. I don't have to worry about it.
So white or graying hair is also due to aging. It's an aging process, right?
Aging
So-
process, and that aging process is an activation.
Actually, there's no age.
What do you mean?
Actually,
There's no age. There is no age for the software.
there's no age
There
for
is a
time.
age for the hardware.
Okay.
The software does not have an age. The chitta does not have an age. But this physical body has an age.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So on that note, we'll wind up at Sutra 415. Actually, I wanted to cover up to 17. We don't have time. That's fine. So is this clear that we are all coming from the same material? Only the
Yes.
chitta is making us look different, talk different, act different, speak different, all this, think different, all this. Okay.
Okay, Kumarji.
Any questions?
So every time when we are judgmental about somebody, not verbally, but
Mhm.
internally,
Yes.
we just, if we become aware of it, we will instantly stop it.
Yeah.
Everything.
See, we are judging. Why are we judging? Because we have a set of rule in our head, right? We are judging. So let us say somebody comes to your house. I come to your house and I am speaking to you. You are judging internally. Why is he speaking so loud? So there is a program here inside you, which is judging and saying he is very loud. Okay. But understand that this is an activation in ourselves. So be it, let them speak loud. That person is speaking loud because of their activation. Understand that it is that person's activation. So either sit
Okay.
a little away from that person. I'm saying sound, there are two ways, sound loud, and the other one is, another way of saying loud is the person speaks about anything and everything under the sun, that also we say loud. So you can say, stay a little far away, sit a little further away, you will be okay. So understand when something it doesn't feel right to you, understand that it is coming from a set of rules in your head, and understand whatever is not okay for you is an activation in the other person. It is just an activation, and that person has no control over the activation because he has no understanding of that activation, because he has not gone through Patanjali Yoga Sutra. And you
What
cannot
we
teach.
think as not okay is also an activation, right?
What is it?
What we think as not okay is also coming from an activation, right?
Yeah, I'm saying in this physical example that I'm taking, where it is too loud for you. Okay, we are
Okay.
sitting, and instead of speaking in a soft voice, that person is yelling. That's how normally, let us say, he speaks in a yelling. It's
Okay.
so it is not, you are not judging really, but it is, you feel that it is too loud for you, but you cannot tell the other person because he will take offense, he or she. So understand it is coming from their activation, and you sit a little further away so that it is nice for you to hear, and let it stop there. Don't take this, and then after 2 hours, don't call your spouse or your friend, another friend, or your children, and tell them, hey, you know what, X came home and he was yelling. That is gossip. That is coming from your stupid activation. Understand this?
Yes.
So it's all intertwined. You have to separate them out. Enna Meena, do you understand? Akka, do you understand?
Yes.
This is very, very complicated, but it is very, very easy. You have to separate it out. Understand everything is based on activation. Something you don't like, it is your activations and it is their activation. So in this case, when this person is speaking loud, yes, it is very uncomfortable. So sit a little away and let it stop there. Don't carry this forward and call and tell everybody, oh, he came here, he said this, he spoke so loud. This is what is coming from your activations. And that's how it is spreading. Yeah?
Something we like is also from activations.
Something we like.
Some things we like, we
Yeah.
have a tendency to like, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is also coming from activations.
That is also coming
Raga.
from. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. See, X has come and told you something. Came and pleasantly was speaking to you. Stop there. You don't have to call your children and say X came and it was very pleasant. What is the need? There's no need. Okay, on that note, let us
Okay.
wind up. We'll
Namaste.
start.
Namaste,
Okay.
Kumarji. Thank you.
Namaste,
Start
Kumar.
Thank you.
Sutra
Namaste.
16
Thank
next Sunday. Namaste.